it feels like a fairy tale, I suppose. Once upon a time, I was, unfortunately, did end up a homeless, injecting heroin addict that, was sleeping wherever I could. I mean, the most prominent one that I always go back to is sleeping in the back of the black taxi cab in a scrapyard. And then to fast forward sort of 18, 19 years, to then being stood on the stage in the United Nations headquarters in Vienna, talking about kind of my very own sort of field of dreams, my sort of idea of the recovery games, just amazing. And so I got help. I spent 14 months in a treatment program involving methadone, groups, therapy, and everything else. And it saved my life. So I volunteered within our local sort of drug and alcohol service, just starting off putting together activities for my peers and their families. Outside of the service, took over a local youth club. We had families and relatives, and services started to come to us. I moved into employment. It's been quite a journey, I suppose. So I started off working for the commissioning team, looking at how services can be improved, how families can get involved in sort of speaking about those services. And it was great for me because I had a really terrible experience of services when I first tried to access them. So I was given an opportunity to help kind of shape the recovery games idea. Really came from around about 2012. London Olympics was really big. There was a real push on community spirit and connection and volunteering. So we started to talk about, made them feel part of something. And a lot of that came from when they were younger. So, the community galas, welly throwing, tug of war, sitting and watching things like It's a Knockout. So that kind of planted the seed for the games. It's gone from strength to strength. So, never in my wildest dreams, I suppose. And I do kind of call the recovery games my very own field of dreams. I truly believe that if I built this thing, then people would come to it. From being somebody that I felt once upon a time that nobody wanted to listen to, now being sat here and I've been invited to speak sort of around the UK, and what an amazing experience. I have spoke at the Vienna United Nations Convention twice now, once in person, once virtually. So I've got people like ambassadors, senators, and politicians from across the world actually wanted to hear what I've got to say. Not believing I could achieve anything, doing I was failing at life, to now being here 10 years on with an amazing event that people really look forward to. So the sky really is the limit.